What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. E3 has officially been canceled forever. And when I first heard this news, one of my buddies tipped me off about it. I was like, yeah, I know. Didn't they cancel E3 like 2 years ago? How is this news right now? But apparently, after doing some more research, it turned out, no, that was because of the pandemic. They did all these other things, but they were planning on returning. And, well, long story short, they ain't returning. Hit the subscribe, give me a like, check out smashjt.com for the full breakdown of E3 going away. And it is truly sad. It genuinely is a seismic shift in the video game industry. Everything in technology seems to be destroying the path of nostalgia. Everything we learned when we were younger and all our memories of everything E3 are going away because of the simplistic nature of being able just to load up a video on your computer, your tablet, your phone, and watch it in real time. And while the convenience is fantastic, I can't help but think how it takes away an aspect of learning about the games, the camaraderie, the cheering, and everyone getting together in one place to celebrate gaming. E3 brought gaming to the forefront of pop culture, where gaming used to be laughed at as a joke, and then E3 came along and it turned into something serious, business-wise, entertainment-wise, pop culture-wise, celebrities. So like E3 was the show. And while it wasn't always totally professional,
I guess I now know where not to take the kids on vacation this year. Hey, want to come over and play my Wii? We should connect. And thanks to the Sony Move, here, hold my Joy Wand. Yes, I'm not afraid of a few dick jokes, thank you.
I'm going to miss that guy. It always brought something new. You didn't know what to expect, and it was fun. That was back in the day with magazines getting delivered, and you'd have journalists going there, reviewing stuff, finding out about stuff, and writing about it, and you couldn't wait to get your magazine in the mail for that. Nowadays, everything is instant gratification. You don't need to wait for a magazine in the mail. You can load it up on your computer right now and watch everything in real time. Its absence leaves a nostalgic void, but also underscores the evolution of the gaming industry's approach to fan engagement and product showcases. Let's be honest, while the nostalgic vibes hit hard and missing the feeling of introducing a new game to the world was all the talk of the town, the reality is technology has presented people with a far more simplistic solution of just loading up a video for yourself and watching it. But many of us could already see that the interest in E3 was already waning a bit before the pandemic even hit. Technology was like the storm coming to destroy anything E3 because of the basic simplistic nature of it. Major industry players had already started charting independent paths for connecting their audience. Nintendo had Directs, Sony had State of Plays, Microsoft had Xbox Game Showcase. All these things happened during E3, and because they were so successful, these companies realized that they didn't need E3 to help sell their products. That combined with E3's entry fee for these corporate bigwigs to even get a showroom floor spot was getting so pricey that they didn't even want to bother paying for it because they realized it wasn't worth it in the long run. The digital showcases offered way more cost-effective and direct channels to reach their target audiences, circumventing the traditional industry-centric events like E3. Now, yes, there are still industry-centric events like the Summer Games Fest and the more recent Game Awards that had its own issues in its own right, but there are other avenues that are digitally available that you don't need E3 for. And unfortunately, as much nostalgia and fun as it was, I get it. It sucks, but I get it. E3's official Twitter account posted, after more than 2 decades of E3, each one bigger than the last, the time has come to say goodbye. Thanks for the memories, GGWP. This was referencing how E3 was just growing exponentially over the past couple decades, and even the people running E3 could see the writing on the wall. And yes, they approached it as best they could to handle the onslaught of technology, fighting against the forces of running a massive media event that really isn't necessary anymore. And unfortunately, it just came to pass that It ain't necessary. And while I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that just want to blame COVID or the worldwide pandemic shutdown for everything for destroying E3, the reality is it was on its way out the door before that even happened. The people running E3 was the ESA, the Entertainment Software Association, a non-profit organization that had expressed understanding of the necessity of the evolution. In their statement, they acknowledged the importance of moving forward and exploring new avenues to connect with gaming communities and partners. The digital transformation in the industry, accelerated by the pandemic, but not caused by it, had opened new doors for how content is delivered and consumed. And here's where I was getting tripped up when someone told me it was canceled, and I was confused because I thought it already was. Technically, it was a few years ago. E3's last in-person event was in 2019, and the following years either saw digital-only formats or outright cancellations. The promise of a hybrid event in 2023 was ultimately withdrawn, leading to this final decision to discontinue E3 moving forward altogether. And while it does genuinely suck, like I said, to see this event go, I know a lot of people in video games media that were looking forward to attending E3 for the first time, where they would live it vicariously through these magazines growing up and finally getting the chance to be in the game industry, only to get to the point where they don't have E3 anymore, and your media pass doesn't get you into it because it doesn't exist anymore. And that's a real kick in the pants. Like, I can only imagine how excited some people would be. I know Joey Ferris, friend of the channel, who was all excited to finally be a part of the gaming media, can't go to E3 anymore because it doesn't exist. It sucks. And while E3 has been canceled forever, technically, it may not be. I mean, yes, E3 is gone forever. The Electronic Entertainment Expo, per se, may not ever exist again. But who knows what the future holds as far as in-person media events for video games. Just because E3 is canceled and technology has come like a storm to destroy an event like this, doesn't mean that at some point in the future, a in-person physical event couldn't come back just to replace the nostalgia, get people excited for an in-person event. Maybe at the end of the day, it doesn't need to go away forever. This type of style just needs a long, prolonged break. It sucks, like I said, a part of me, the nostalgic part of me, really is going to miss this kind of event. But at the end of the day, I would much rather have the technology in place to get this stuff immediately, not have to wait for it, a third party to review it and tell me what they think about it. I just want to see it for myself with my own eyes and figure out if I like it or not. So in a weird way, it kind of does away with the marketing, does away with all the hubbub, does away with all the unnecessary fluff, and you get right to the real raw thing, which is the game. At the end of the day, shouldn't that be what we care about anyways? Yes, the camaraderie is great. Yes, the interaction's personal, great. But at the end of the day, it's all about the games. E3 going away sucks, but it's not the end of the world. At least not yet. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.
Smash, change, smash, change, smash, change.